Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a video on how and where I do my videos. Since changing my setup, as you can see with these shelves behind me, and just in general the arrangement of my desk and things, I have been getting more and more questions about how and where I film the YouTube videos for the channel Copper vs Glass. Well, today I'm going to be giving you guys a bit of a behind the scenes look as how I film my videos, and if you guys want to start your own channel, this can maybe be a first step as to how to get into YouTube, what kind of tech that I use for my videos, and just in general the overall vibe that I do when I actually film a video to put out to you guys. So, let's take a look. So basically guys, it all starts here with this little X that I've put on the floor using some tape. It's good to kind of have a starting point with your videos and just in general have somewhere that you know you're going to be standing just to make the setup that a little bit easier. I'm just going to zoom in to where I would normally kind of frame this for you guys, and this is really it in terms of where I stand and where I do the videos. When I'm talking directly to you guys, this is where I'm going to be stood and talking direct to you. Now in terms of the lighting that I use, I've got two soft boxes just from Amazon which I'm going to link down in the description below, and again they are quite simple in terms of the way they work and things, but it's always best to have two as you want to have one on each side to stop getting some shadows and it kind of evens out the light on either side of the actual frame that you've got. If you're unsure what a softbox is, it's basically a gigantic light bulb in a housing that looks like it's made out of tin foil with some white fabric over the front. Now what this does is help disperse some of the more harsher shadows that you would normally get and makes it look a bit more even and just in general nicer. Now you don't necessarily need these for videos, but if you can get hold of some cheaper ones, they're definitely a way to make your videos look a lot more professional. Now onto the tripod, which again isn't a necessity, but if you can get hold of a cheap one, it's definitely great because it gives those nice steady shots and you're not going to have that shaky cam that you get with maybe using your phone handheld, for instance. Now you can use a camera on a tripod. This isn't the camera that I actually use. This is basically a toy camera that I've made myself. But if you want to use your phone or a DSLR or a camcorder, it is completely up to you. With this tripod though, you do get some really fluid turns and things. Moving the camera up, down, left and right is really fluid with this tripod. Now again, you can get more expensive heads, and I'd recommend Manfrotto as they're basically what I've always used, and they're kind of what I would recommend is they're really versatile and you can pretty much put the camera at any angle as you can see me doing here, but again it's not a necessity. If you can just prop your phone up using maybe a stand on your desk or just in general holding the phone if you've got a steady hand, then you're still going to be able to put up content on YouTube. If however you do have a more heavy camera lying around or a camcorder, I would definitely recommend a tripod, as some of them like this one come with a quick release so the camera isn't always static on the tripod itself and you can take it off if needs be, but in general the tripod itself again will be linked in the description below and I'd highly recommend it. Now onto desk shooting, and again I've got one of my soft boxes either side and I've got the tripod quite high up with a low angle. So what this does is it gives it a really nice effect, and if you've got a wide angle lens or just in general you can zoom out far enough, it gives it a really nice effect. So again you can see here that I can pan the camera from left to right, which is how I get those smooth motions when I may be looking at a new product or just in general going over something that's on my desk. Microphones in phones are getting really good, but if you do want to have something external like the USB microphone that I use, then the Blue Yeti microphone is definitely one of my recommendations, along with the Rode video mic, which Barry's done a video on, which again will be linked down in the description below. If you want to get some high quality audio, you do want to have something maybe external, because then you can direct the sound a little bit better than what you can with maybe using something that's attached to your phone or the built-in microphone. In terms of the camera that I use the Canon EOS 600D. Now this is definitely a great camera for what I need it for. However, as I've mentioned previously, you don't need a high-end camera or a DSLR of any sort really to produce content to put on YouTube. The one downside to something like the camera that I've got here, the 600D, is no autofocus. Now with something like an iPhone 6 or the Nexus 6 or a video camera or some point and shoots like the Sony RX100 Mark III, you do get autofocus and it is maybe a little bit easier. For me, every time I do a new shot I have to refocus the camera, which can be a bit of a pain, but in my opinion I love the quality that the camera puts out, so I really enjoy using it. Now it does set back a fair amount if you use a camera like this, so if you do have something like an iPhone 6 with a really great camera, 1080p video, then again you can use that perfectly fine. And not to cut this video short, guys, but that's pretty much all I can tell you about how I do my videos. The rest is up to you. I've learned a lot of things over the years of doing YouTube videos in terms of different camera angles, how to pan the camera correctly, which you guys are unfortunately going to have to learn for yourself, but it is definitely a fun experience. Now, whether you're using something like an iPhone or a tablet like my Nexus 7 here, or a DSLR like I'm using, then again, it doesn't really make a difference as long as you're getting the right content out there that people want to see. Now, me and Barry chose to do a technology channel like Copper vs Glass for our love of technology. So if you guys enjoy anything, whether it's gaming or sports or anything along those lines, then you can make videos, you can put them on YouTube, and guaranteed they will be watched. Now, you can't expect to get 1,000 subscribers overnight or 1 million views overnight. It does take time, it does take effort. Here on Copper vs Glass, we maybe took about 1.5 years to get over 1 million views, and about maybe just under 2 years to get around 3,500 subscribers. And it did take a lot of work, a lot of hours doing videos and things, so do keep that in mind. If you guys have got any questions whatsoever about making videos on YouTube, for any tips and tricks or anything like that, be sure to leave those in the comments section down below. Or if you want a maybe quicker, more direct answer, then hit us up on Twitter at Copper vs Glass. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go and edit this video now, which if you want to see a separate video on how to edit videos and what software I use, then do leave a thumbs up down below, and I'll be sure to make that video for you guys really shortly. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.